What's up? What's up? What's up? We have another quick end of day. This has been like a week to say because I've been a little bit busy this week, man. Couldn't really prioritize the charts very much, right? And just through skimming through, I think there was one potential trade, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Okay, Euro JPY. We come in Asian session already pushing higher. There was some Japanese news thing happening. I need to go back to like looking at the news, man. I used to be so up to date with the news. I need to go back, but yeah, weak yen, global macro stuff, but still, it still be good to follow price action, right? Even with technicals, right? Still good to follow. Okay, but round three, first three, I came back at like first three today, and I was looking at this point here, which was after 6, but just as an example of as we come into like a 50-minute POI, I would like to follow from like the simple things. If there's a 50-minute chart there, then I switch to 5-minute entry strategy, right? 15-minute chart, and then we go here. You need to have the liquidation within the pullback. You don't have that, and then within here you still don't have the liquidation. And then by the time you get like the sweep of this low here, this right, the sweep of this low there, this would then be your entry candle. Ooh, this will be your entry candle, right? And as you can see, no strong liquidation, no party, and it just basically sold off and you would have lost. So basics of like just follow the strategy, right? Follow the strategy at this point saves you from an unnecessary loss. And then nothing on EU, right? Even if you wanted to follow this in here, because the internal has been bearish, right, with the expectation of the 50-minute swing low going, I don't have a break and close over here, right? As you do want to see a break and close, not just tiny sweeps, or this wasn't even a sweep. So yeah, there's no valid POI in there to follow from, so simply no trade. And then it pretty much just sold off after that and produced nothing else. And then GU is the one I think was a little something in here, man. A little something. Okay, at this point the internal would have been right there. Internal break would be there, and then this would be the internal high. At this point, I'm just not gonna like throw it in or anything, but the internal high would have been here at that point. And so if you actually check in here, the market did pull back into the internal high, right? And then this is like the order flow here going like this, and then the order flow gets broken right there, right? Order flow is broken there with what? With a candle closure. There is no chalk, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, this candle goes below this one, so it's not a valid chalk, which means you would be looking for a risk entry. The pivot POI would be in here, but as you can see, move down, up, so this in here is like part of the POI. 115, which then means a risk entry in here actually is valid, right? Risk entry in here is valid, and you would have been entered in there, and ooh, this would have been a winner. I think we had a lot of missed trades this month, man. This must be the month with the most missed trades, I cannot lie. This would have been valid. Easy winner, in and out. Oh, my eyes are a bit itchy. That's annoying. But yeah, this actually would have been valid, man. So yeah, I guess we'll just start on that. And then USD CAD, nothing really to be able to follow from, because there's a bunch of moves up, down in here. But I want to see clear moves, bro. Like, I want to see it move up, come back down, move up, come back down. Not just this. What are you following if it's with that? Right. So I don't want to see this. I want to see up, down. Something I can follow, not this tight price action, and then pretty much just goes way up. Then a 15-minute break, and then an immediate come back in. So maybe we could start looking for sales tomorrow. This turns bullish here, and then we'll see tomorrow what happens. Last day of the month. Big plans for November. Big plans for November. November has to be a game changer for real, man. November has to be a game changer for real. But we'll touch on that in tomorrow's monthly recap. We'll touch on that. Yeah. Have a good night, please.